Welcome back to Some Offense Intended. I am Jeremy Robinson,
I am Mike Mick.
and hopefully this is the first video podcast.
Hopefully, yeah.
So
You'll find out if you see us on video. That means it worked.
yeah,
If you don't, that means it didn't work.
and I did finally check. I remember to check right before this. It's youtube.com/at
Yes.
Some Offense Intended.
The at is very important.
There's an at sign in the URL. It's
Yeah.
very, very odd.
You won't get you'll get a monkey with a magnifying glass if you don't put that at.
Yeah. So
But this is our studio.
yeah, it's cheap Amazon padding. That's why there's like all the. But it made a significant sound difference when we
Yeah,
put
it
it up.
really did. It's a good thing.
So yeah, hopefully this.
And
hopefully
it's
this works.
decorative.
Got a Lumina webcam and trying it on Riverside. It records on the cloud.
Is that a Chevy Lumina webcam?
No,
Good.
It might be easier to figure it out
Yeah.
if it was though.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
So everybody's fucking talking about it. The weather balloon.
Oh, yes. I was going to mention that today.
I have several things.
Yeah.
One, who fucking cares?
Well, I was wondering about they used the Air Force with missiles to shoot down a balloon.
Yeah, throw a fucking dart at it.
What's this balloon made of? Missiles seem to be more expensive than, say, I don't know, bullets.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it's up their way, so you have to get something up there to get it, but
Well, they sent an F-22 at it. Brr,
that's what I'm saying.
done.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. So I don't. But yeah, they're like, oh nope, it's a Chinese spy balloon. Like, okay, then why did you let it cross the whole fucking nation before
Yeah, the whole
destroying
country.
it? Also, in the same breath, I don't think they found out anything they didn't already know.
Well, Biden, he was saying he wanted to shoot it down sooner, but he had to wait because the military said, no, wait, don't do it yet.
No.
That doesn't sound like the military, I know.
But yeah, so like when TikTok first came out, that was like a wild amount of data collection.
Oh, yeah.
And then like they changed their terms of service because like it was so prominent in the US that they were like, this isn't okay, like with how much data you're gathering. So you either have to stop doing this, sell the company to a US company, or like
Or goodbye.
they gave a couple different options. So they altered it slightly to do, I don't remember, less of one.
Yeah, just a little bit. They didn't want to.
Just a little.
They didn't want to go crazy.
So it's definitely still like there's nothing short of they have data.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think invented the game I Spy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they've definitely got data.
Well,
They don't need to send a balloon.
Yeah.
I mean, they say the balloon went off course, but it is China, so it's like,
Yeah, it went off course perfectly across the whole nation.
yeah.
Like, I understand balloons are hard to guide because once you,
Not anymore.
and then it's just, over there.
They've got these they're a lot easier to control than they used to be.
It's,
I was reading a whole article about it.
it's
Yeah.
not a remote control car, Mike.
Oh, trust me. They've got gyroscopes. They got all sorts of shit in there.
I'm sure they do to tell you, like, what position it's at.
But no, they can control by how high it is or how low it is to keep it on track where they want it to go. It's a lot more advanced than it used to be.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Have you ever seen the Reno balloon races? You ever see them going across China? No. They get where they're going and then they land.
I might have seen like 2 of those balloons in the air, but no, I haven't seen.
Oh, I've seen so many. This last year was actually kind of cool driving home as I was heading from Sparks to Reno. It was dark and you just see them hit their fire, see their balloon light up here and there off and on.
That's cool. I think it'd be cool to go up in one, but I don't. Okay, you're up in a hot air balloon.
Oh, I'd like to do it at least once.
I'd rather go skydiving.
Yeah, we've talked about that. I've told you we should do that when the weather gets better.
Yeah.
But I was in California. There was one. It happened to fly over where we were at, and they were hitting that thing to hit the fire and make it. And it was so fucking loud. This thing was way above our head. It's not like it was landing near us.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of a lot of force for that gas and a lot.
But
of,
I'm just thinking,
lot
if
of
it's that
flame.
loud on the ground, that's got to be deafening up there. What the fuck? Can you even talk to each other?
What
You're right up next to it when you're on the balloon.
do they have like ear protection or
I don't know. I couldn't see them. I just saw the basket and I saw the fire.
maybe they've got like just the rolly earplugs in?
Could be. But it just seemed like that would be really fucking loud.
Yeah.
It was super loud on the ground.
Also, like it was a great structure for memes. I don't know if you've seen them all.
Oh, I have. I saw a good one today.
Totally not spying.
I saw one where it was a balloon and the head on it was our president and says somebody's sending incoherent messages over.
Seen one that had Joe Dirt in a basket underneath it.
Nice.
It's like here's a close up.
They needed to have the molar balloon.
The what?
The molar balloon. That's what he had in Joe Dirt. The
Oh.
balloon itself was like a molar.
It's been so long since I've seen the movie.
Yeah, me too. But
I remember the peanut
peanut. Yeah.
peanut in the wagon, and then the firecracker, the fireworks things. But
Well, we've talked about him eating his food off of his frozen chunk of shit.
the meteorite.
Yeah. Dipping his fries in ketchup directly on it.
Yeah, it's smart.
Yeah, it's gross.
Very smart.
He got extra nutrient from the leftover nutrients in the shit in the frozen block of
Yeah, we got to.
meteor. He had to share with the meteor because he found the $5 with the meteor. And it's not meteor. It's not more meat in it.
Yeah, not at all.
But yeah, that is a funny movie. Jamie Presley's good in it.
I don't remember who that is.
And that's the one that he was banging, and he's like, "Shit, I think I banged my sister."
That doesn't ring a bell.
Oh well, but she's hot. That's all that matters.
It's been a long time since I've
I
seen
know,
that.
but I'm just saying, she's hot, so that's all that really matters. But then again, so was the girl in the town that he was at, that he was going back to. I remember the movie very well.
Clearly. Yeah, no, it's just wild to me that like everybody's got like Alexa and Amazon Echo Dots and
Yeah.
it's fucking everything, and they're like, oh, this weather balloon.
Yeah.
Like if you're worried about it, everything listens.
Yeah. There's a guy over the run in China. He heard me fart earlier today. I'm pretty sure he knows I did.
You have
Between
Chinese
Bixby
food?
and Google and Alexa, he had to hear it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Scared him.
Did you have Chinese food? Is that why you're gassy?
No, I don't eat Chinese food.
You don't eat Chinese food?
No.
At all?
Not really, no.
Not even panda?
I've had panda once in my life.
Wow.
You could taste the endangered though. It's great.
So you don't like beef and broccoli and orange chicken?
I like
or
beef. Orange chicken was pretty good.
You don't like fortune cookies?
No, they're gross.
You don't like egg rolls?
I had some Southwest egg rolls from Chili's that were really good a long time ago.
Those don't count.
Well, they were good though.
I don't. Southwest in general, like the Southwest flavor,
Yeah.
is awful.
Well, in this case, you're wrong because I ate them and I liked it. I survived the experience.
So, how to make Southwest flavoring? You add some weird crunch that has no flavor, like the weird.
Let's had
like,
some black beans in there. Had some other stuff.
the weird, like they look like mini Fritos, but they don't have any flavoring.
Oh, that wasn't in this.
And then there's beans, normally like ground beef, a little bit of some other seasoning, and way too much fucking cilantro than belongs in any food, and corn.
I know your thoughts on
there's-
cilantro.
And there's Southwest. That's that flavor.
Well, I would just like to say to Chili's, if you would like to sponsor one of us,
No.
I'm still in because I like your.
Yeah, you can keep it. No thanks.
I was disappointed in their Dr. Pepper ribs when I went there for that one day.
Dr. Pepper ribs.
Yeah, it's a Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce.
Okay, it's sauce, not a dry rub.
No.
Okay.
But I went in there one day, and first the people there, they sucked. They were super rude to us, and like it was our fault that they sent their people home early. It's not my fault. Your host is washing dishes. Good call on that one. You need that's your when you have a restaurant, your first impression is the host stand.
Yeah.
You don't want them in back washing dishes.
Just real quick, you're really winning Chili's over for the sponsor and new thing. keep going.
I'm not the one who hired the people at this location. The other Chili's have been great. No, he got mad at us for when we came in. I'm like, he's like, well, because we're closing soon. It's 2.5 hours till close. You're not closing soon.
I mean, that's sooner than when they first opened.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but 5 minutes after they first opened is sooner too.
You're not wrong.
But yeah, so I go in there. I went in there for the sole purpose of getting the Dr. Pepper ribs. Looking forward to it all day. We were going in there on a Sunday. Finally went in there, got them. And they were let down.
It was only 18 of the 23 flavors.
Yeah.
So fucking disappointing.
When I hear those commercials when they say, I want my baby back, I'm like, you can keep them.
I miss old commercials a lot.
But I could have just gone to Lucille's.
And poured Dr. Pepper on your ribs?
No, I could have just had their ribs the way they are because they're great.
Then you wouldn't have been able to try Dr. Pepper ribs still.
Yeah, well, I can buy Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce to make my own ribs.
They sell Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it at Bass Bros the first time I saw it.
What? I have questions that I don't want to ask.
There are competitions just on cooking and baking using Dr. Pepper as an ingredient. I'm not the only one who likes Dr. Pepper like I do.
I don't agree with what
There's
you
Dr.
just
Pepper cake. There's, well, you don't have to agree. It's a thing, though. It's real.
People make a thing out of literally so much stuff.
Yeah. Some things are good. Some things suck.
They're like, oh, who can turn this pack of Marlboros into the best ice cream cake?
I'll pass, but I used to be really good at taking that pack of Marlboros and turning it into ash.
I'm pretty good at that still.
And I'm not talking about ash ketchum.
No. Ash throw them.
The only bad thing is when you get a hot ash in your eye. I don't know if you ever had that happen.
Yes. Then it's never like, oh, here's a little bit. It's like you get a fleck that feels like it's this big that's just straight onto your eye, just directly into your eyeball.
Yeah.
And just instantly. The only thing that feels worse than that is it was awful. So in Vegas, riding my street bike and going up to Summit on the way to Pahrump.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what that shitty town's called. Like right at the summit on the way out.
Yeah.
And we were riding at night, and I had a tinted visor, so I couldn't see shit.
Yeah.
So I had my visor up, going like 80-ish, allegedly. And so going with my visor up, and I just like smack. Oh, fuck, what is that? And, like reach in and pull a bee out of my fucking eye.
Ouch.
Thankfully, I didn't like rear end the bee. So I didn't catch the stinger in my eye.
Yeah.
Like I collided head on with this bee. And then like trying to decide. So like I threw the bee out and then like closed my visor and I'm like trying to see if I can see. So I slow down a little bit and I'm like, no, like it doesn't help at all. Like having the visor down and still squinting. So I just powered through it and it was probably like another 5 miles with the visor up, like just crying, just fat crying because I had a bee in my eye going 80.
Damn.
Painful.
I bet the bee didn't like it either.
I'm sure.
But the bee story reminds me, I was in Primm, Nevada. A friend of mine and I, we were playing golf. Now, my friend, he does not like bees. He likes to stay away from bees. He avoids them.
Is he one of the people like I feel like there was a lot of girls in high school like, oh my God, a bee, and then just like
he wouldn't want to get in the golf cart when there was a bee in there.
Like run terrified to get away from them.
He wouldn't run, but he wouldn't go near it.
Okay.
So I like if there was one in the golf cart, I would usually get in the cart. The bee would go away.
And then just drive off and leave him.
No, 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 I don't like to drive, so I let him drive. But one day we're on the golf course and we're going across the fairway back to our cart, and we see something coming towards us. Whatever it was a lot of them. And we're looking, we can just see these black dots all coming towards us. And we're like, what the fuck is that? As it comes closer, we realize it's a fucking swarm of bees just blowing across the fairway
Nice.
right towards us. And they were actually like hitting us and bouncing off of us and shit. Mostly me, because I was on the one side that they were coming from, and he was on the other side of me.
You should have hid behind him.
And he was like, even you were a little freaked out by that one, weren't you? I was like, that was weird. I mean, I wasn't scared or anything. I was just more amazed because I'd never seen anything like that.
Yeah, that's.
We got hit by a dust devil too.
Those are weird.
That felt weird.
Well, because it comes up out of nowhere.
Yeah, just
Like there's a little like whoosh, wisp, and then it like calms down, and then it's just here you go. There's a mini tornado.
yeah, but we could definitely feel it. Like there was, so you could feel the swirling motion. It was weird. I'd never felt anything like that. I'd always wondered what happens if you drive over. I mean, if you walk through one, because I'd seen a car go through one.
Well, depending on like they can get strong. Like
Yeah.
one of the guys in Georgia, it was they have another word for it because it's not a dust devil because it's Georgia. It's not dusty.
Yeah.
But like it picked its truck up and threw it in the pond, but it wasn't a tornado.
Yeah.
It was just a little guy.
Well, this one, it felt like it could have taken me off my feet. And a little bit.
Should have jumped.
I mean, it was going to put me on my ass.
Then you have a story.
Yeah, well, I just did have a story.
I flew in a dust devil. One like walked past me.
No, I didn't walk. It went directly on us. We were right in the middle of it.
But you could have jumped.
Yeah, well, I was carrying a golf club.
There you go.
I have a story of how I got impaled on my golf club after falling down.
Mary Poppins it. Or like you jump and you start flying away and you just reach your golf club down and your friend grabs it.
It's pulled up too.
Exactly. It's the start of a Mary Poppins.
Then we ended up at State Line buying lottery tickets.
Yeah, you're already there. You're prim.
Yeah, right next to it.
It'll just take you right over the state line, drop you off in the lottery parking lot.
In front line.
Yeah.
Who's going to argue if we get dropped down like that, like Mary Poppins?
Yeah, they're like, okay, you guys can go ahead. Would you, what numbers are you picking? I'm going to pick those ones too.
We get to go first just for the entrance alone.
Yeah.
But speaking of Mary Poppins, have you actually seen the movie Mary Poppins?
Yeah.
I have not.
You've never seen Mary Poppins?
No, and I'm good. I'm fine.
I just watched it again, like, I think it was like a month and a half ago.
I have not seen it.
It's on Disney Plus.
And I've not seen The Sound of Music. There's a whole lot of early Disney shit I've never seen.
You've never. Those are fucking great movies.
No.
What do you mean no?
If they're great movies, I'd have watched them by now.
Sound of Music is fucking awesome.
I've never seen it. I can't. I can't say they're not.
Is it because they're musicals?
Possibly.
So
But although I loved Les Mis, I thought that was a great musical.
I really liked Repo. I think I saw Les Mis once, and I was like, "This is dumb."
Oh no, it's a good story.
I'm sure it's a good story.
They did a really good job in the movie they made. Hugh Jackman did great.
Hugh Jackman's a great actor.
Well,
You can have a great actor in a shitty situation.
he's an adequate actor.
That's okay. He'll heal quickly from that wound you just gave him.
But they did their own singing. He did great. I'm just saying. I would actually go see that live. If I was still in Vegas and Les Mis was at the Smith Center, I would go.
Why do they call some of these things such dumb things that they are? The Staples Center. I understand they're the sponsors of it and they bought the rights for whatever. The Smith Center, like the grocery store, or like was it a person that built it? Or like
that one I don't know because it's not like the logo looks like Smith's grocery store.
Yeah.
And if they were going to name it after, the grocery store, you'd think they'd go Kroger.
Or Ralph's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the T-Mobile
But who
Arena,
wants to go to a theater called Ralph's?
Ralphie.
No, some of the names for stadiums and shit are just horrible. I'll say this one was good. Pro Player Stadium. That one makes sense because it's pro player.
Yeah.
Because pros play there.
But people love abbreviating stuff, and the PP Stadium just isn't isn't a great name.
No, I like that even better now. But there's some of them.
Well, so the
Oracle.
The FTX Stadium, because of FTX's whole ordeal of Sam Bankman fraud, or whatever his name is, they're selling the rights to the stadium to rename it.
They did that for Enron Field too.
I heard about this. I think it was like 2 months ago. Didn't check up on any of the updates, but the top bidder was Pornhub.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, so there may be a Pornhub stadium coming.
Oh my God, this needs to happen.
I seriously doubt it'll get approved.
Oh, it's got to happen.
But I know there was 10 different bids. Pornhub was by far the top. By far.
Oh my God, they need it.
So I'm like,
maybe
we'll look up.
Maybe one of the other sites that isn't as obvious that it's porn.
OnlyFans.
Well, that one's kind of obvious because everybody knows about it.
I mean, it's not exactly though. Like Patreon, when it first started, there was some.
Like I think there's a site called Hamster that could put that.
It's X-Hamster.
There you go.
What do you think it's going to be like? A Petco sub company?
I mean, but literal word porn at the beginning of the name could kind of let people know that.
I silenced my phone at the beginning. It unsilenced itself.
Oh, fucking. It's Brian the Ghost.
All right, let's see. FTX Stadium name. Said Friday the name of the arena, formerly known as FTX, will now simply be called Miami-Dade Arena. That's dumb.
Well, they are in Dade County.
Well, sure. Oh, okay, that's a temporary name. Blah blah blah. It's a moniker for the building. Yeah, so I don't know what to look up to see like who's bidding on it or what.
See, like in Seattle, they've got at their baseball place, their baseball stadium. It's great. I love it. But it's called Safeco. That's an insurance company.
I mean, maybe they make you feel safe.
They made people feel safe. They were the first baseball stadium to have a whole section not allowed to serve peanuts because of peanut allergies. They had people go in and steam clean the whole area, so it'd be safe for peanut allergy people to go to baseball games.
I have several questions.
Well, when they sell peanuts, they throw the bags.
Well, sure.
Peanut dust would be a killer.
Oh yeah, I guess because I know there are people that are like it's a bad.
Oh, it's one of the worst
reaction.
type of allergies you can have.
I was like, I don't like this guy over here, like 18 feet from me, he's eating peanuts. But yeah, I guess peanut dust and.
I'm glad I don't have that allergy, any kind of tree nut allergy. Because if I can't have a cashew from time to time, what's the point?
That's where you draw the line.
I've also said the same thing about ice cream. If I couldn't have ice cream, no, if I couldn't have ice cream, what's the point of living?
Why wouldn't you be able to have ice cream?
I don't know.
I'm confused at where this went.
I'm just talking about allergies in general.
Like growing up, I was like semi-allergic to peanut.
Imagine
peanut butter.
Imagine not being able to have peanut butter.
Like I would get like really bad migraines.
Yeah.
Eating peanut butter growing up and grew out of it, which is great because I fucking love peanut butter.
See, a lot of times, allergies progress and get worse.
Yeah.
After each incident.
Not for this one.
Well, that's good because I do know you like peanut butter.
Yes, a lot.
So do I.
That's great. I've been mixing it in oatmeal. It's like oatmeal's just bland.
I know. The first time you were sitting next to me or eating oatmeal, I smelled the peanut butter. I thought, does he have peanut butter in his oatmeal?
It tastes almost like a no-bake cookie. It's fucking great.
That does sound pretty good.
So, and then like if I'm home and I make it, I'll do like a cup of oatmeal, a cup of water, which leaves it like super, super thick. Warm it up for like 2.5 minutes, a fat scoop of peanut butter, and then I'll throw in frozen fruit because that'll bring the temp down.
Yeah.
And then like melt a little bit and make it like a perfect consistency, perfect temperature. Just fantastic. Like a breakfast PB&J.
Oh, that sounds good.
It is. Let's try it.
But speaking of peanut butter, as you know, I brought a cookie over here for you today.
Yep.
Crumble cookie, peanut butter banana.
I had to have one bite. I didn't want to eat the whole thing before this. So I took one bite. It was fucking great.
So all you out there listening, you need to hit up Crumble. It's fucking great.
Have you heard anything about them putting a pink box up here? I know there was.
There were supposed to be
COVID.
2. I've even emailed them and asking them what happened with this. There was supposed to be one in downtown Reno and one in Sparks. God, I want a pink box.
And there's no update?
No, not in a long time. I could go for a peanut butter and jelly donut right now.
Yeah, the peanut butter jelly was so good.
S'mores donut, peanut butter jelly. Oh, there's so many donuts they have there.
Like the banana pudding donut or something.
Yeah,
they had.
banana.
Fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic. And of course, the standard. It's a standard everywhere now. The maple bacon's good there too.
I think I might have had one maple bacon donut. I don't know from where.
I've had a few. Some places I've seen it with a bacon on top. Looks like they just pulled out a strip of raw bacon and threw it on their donut.
Yeah, it's like from a Wendy's. They're just like, here, just. It's just fucking awful.
But the first ones to bring it notoriety is Voodoo Donut in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
I've had the Voodoo Donut maple bacon beer.
What?
Voodoo Donut maple bacon beer. It was a present. I drank it and I liked it.
I would hope so.
It had a good smoky flavor to it. It was good.
What part of any of that would have a smoky flavor?
Bacon is smoked.
It can be.
Well, this was smoky.
Maple bacon normally.
Well, this had a little bit of a smoke flavor to it.
Oh.
I'll have to take my word for it. I'm an expert.
It's also like, let me go through this. Like somebody made a shopping list of this is all the stuff that I want. And they didn't know that it was different lines. They were like, maple, bacon, donut, beer. Oh, okay, let's just get that one. Like, no, you're supposed to get different things.
Yeah, well, I can tell you though, when I poured it in the glass and I smelled it, I was like, I detect notes of maple. I detect. I got notes of smoke and.
Mike's over here being a beer smellier.
Oak. That's how you do it.
A beer smellier. Jesus Christ.
Am I smellier or is the beer smellier?
I mean, whatever works for you, you know?
Well, it is good to get a good smell of what you're going to drink. If you're trying like a new beer.
Oh, yeah, I agree. That's very important.
Yeah.
Like the Wasatch Pumpkin.
Oh, yeah.
That we were talking about. Like the smell of it's fucking wild. Like it smells like somehow it's fresh and cold.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie with fresh whipped cream on it.
And the first time I had that, I was blown away at how good that was.
Yeah.
I've tried other pumpkin beer since, but that one's by far the best.
Let me text the roommate so he doesn't turn the fan on. For some reason, this house is amazing. And if my roommate turns the bathroom fan on, that happens to be like right there.
Mm-hmm.
Massively loud.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Massively loud.
I do like that. The Wasatch Brewery, though, they did come out with their polygamy porter. I just like the logo.
Yeah.
Why just have just one? And it's got the guy with all the different women.
Well, that's because they're in Utah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's a great fucking tongue-in-cheek marketing thing.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Great. And that's fucking crazy to me, too. That, like, Utah has all of these breweries.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah, try to order a beer and a shot in a place in Utah, though.
And a lot of the breweries are in dry counties.
Yeah.
So, like, you can work at a brewery and then go home and can't fucking buy the beer that you just made at the store down the street.
See, I can't remember which one it is, but it's either Jim Beam in Kentucky or it's Jack Daniels in Tennessee that they're in a dry county where they actually make the whiskey. If they want to drink it, they have to leave the county.
What about the barrel testers? Just sit back.
I have to spit it out, I guess. I don't know. Like, you can smell it, you can swirl it, but you got to spit it.
I don't think that's how alcohol works at all.
No, it does not.
Huh.
You actually, in the sense of smelling it, you get some of it in your system. Not a lot.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but some of it gets in your system.
I can see that because of, people huffing alcohol wipes and whatever.
Yeah. I remember somebody asked me if they could wring out the alcohol wipes at work and drink them and get drunk.
I mean, yeah, but it might be the last time you get drunk.
I was like, no, you'll go blind.
I mean, that would be a byproduct, but might feel drunk while you're going dumb. I mean, dumb comes first, then drunk-ish, then blind, then probably dead.
Yeah.
Don't drink isopropyl.
Yeah, it's not the kind of alcohol you want.
That's... I don't have questions.
You could go to, I mean, as a minor, you can go to a grocery store and buy that kind of alcohol. That doesn't mean you should drink it.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
Yeah, I don't... People are dumb.
People check IDs on that on rubbing alcohol now. I said now that I mentioned it, people should check it.
I thought you said they have. And I'm like,
no.
Where are you fucking buying this? So...
No, the only thing I've ever gotten ID'd on that I probably shouldn't have is when I was buying allergy medicine.
Well,
I wasn't making meth.
That's because you can make meth with it. So they have to ID it, and then you can only get like 2 boxes or...
I just wanted one. And my nose was visibly running when I was trying to buy it. You could tell that I needed to use it. And I had to promise not to make meth with it.
Yeah, because that's... Somebody that's going to make meth, what are they going to say? I'm not going to make meth. What's the point of having them fucking say, no, I'm not going to use this? You're going to do something illegal anyway.
So the person's going to do something illegal, but they're not going to lie about it.
Yeah.
That'd be drawing a line. That'd be crossing a line.
You know what? I promised that guy at Walmart that I wasn't going to fucking make meth.
So we're going to have to use this for something else.
Yeah. So I'm going to use this for being sick. You got to go get your own.
You got to go to CVS.
You can't use these 2
Just
boxes.
just don't lie to them.
No, you got to just jokingly like, yeah, because I'm Walter White.
Yeah.
They'll laugh with you and be like, this guy, okay, here you go. And then scan it and it's fine.
And as you're walking out, I am the one knocking on the door. I'm the danger knocking on the door. Did you just walk away?
Basically.
Yeah, but even in the beginning of Breaking Bad, they sent Smurfs to get the pseudo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think it's wild that was allowed to be a TV show.
No, it's
that they taught, like, there's like 2 steps missing. Not that I've never done it.
Yeah.
I have a couple friends that have told me, like, it's a very, very accurate.
Yeah, I've been told the same thing.
Of how to do it.
Yeah, I've been told, it's very, like...
They leave out measurements.
Yeah.
And they leave out, I think, like 1 or 2 processes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
so
I've been told the exact same thing.
You can basically fucking trial and error from that to do it just fine.
Yeah.
Wild.
That is crazy. But they also go to a P2P recipe. They go away from the pseudo.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not a scalable business.
Yeah.
You got to get the barrels without the RFID trackers.
Yes. I do like it though when they're stealing their first barrel and they're watching the video and they're like, it's round. You could roll it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that, like, in the heat of the moment, like, the intelligence isn't there for you.
Yeah.
It was like doing dumb shit, like when I was in high school, of like whatever was going on, and looking back, it's like, this definitely wasn't what should have happened.
Oh yeah. You hear something?
Yeah, you hear that weird like warble? Like,
Yeah, I heard a weird warble. It was Brian the Ghost again.
hi, Brian. Go away.
Come back later.
Yeah. So, I found out something else at work. I knew there was some people that might exist this way. I didn't think it would go this far. So, like, there's flat earthers, right?
Yeah.
That's a thing. And I'm still solidly on the now. Like, I used to be like, I argue against them. I'm solidly on the why does it fucking matter?
I've said that too.
Yeah. So, it gets worse. There's people, breathing people, currently in the year 2023, breathing people that don't believe in gravity.
I've heard that too.
Like, so I looked it up. I heard it. Somebody told me. And
Yeah.
they're like, that guy. He's one of them. And I'm like, one, okay, I can believe it. Because, I mean, you could see him.
Yeah.
A couple things that makes this funnier before I get into the what is it? This guy was doing some maintenance. Not intelligently.
Mm-hmm.
And something fell using forces unbeknownst to him, clearly.
Yeah.
And gave him a good old on the noggin.
I was going to ask if that happened because that might have led to him not believing it.
No, like he didn't believe it before.
All right.
And it's like, and he's still. So I looked it up. I'm like, this can't be. I'm like, I bet it's tied in with flat Earth.
You know, Isaac Newton had a similar thing, but he had an apple.
Yeah, and that's what made him think of it. Like, oh, you know what there probably is? So I looked it up.
Yeah.
And read a little bit about it. So there's some people that, because like how it ties into flat Earth of like you put something on a shelf. It's not going to fall off that shelf because it's a shelf.
Yeah.
So if the Earth is flat and it's just a shelf, we're all on it. And that's why we don't fall off, is because the whole Earth is flat. I'm like, that's okay.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does if you don't think about it. So,
what, have you seen the moon? Have you seen the moon? The moon has gravity, but it's very little, very low gravity. And if you're not careful,
well, so it gets better because like some of it, like reading through this website, like some of it sounded exactly like if someone was trying to come up with the most ridiculous things to try to say about it in like an extremely sarcastic manner. But I think they were serious.
But you see, even that this is a table, if there was no gravity, this would be floating away when I do this.
No, because it's a shelf. Exactly. So, moving on, it was something like, so if the Earth has gravity, and that's why we are on it, like attached to it and like don't fly off, then, and if its masses attracting each other, when you walk through a field, why don't the gnats come into your gravitational field and be pulled with you? Because you're a lot bigger than a gnat.
Yeah. That's a good question.
I don't know if they know this or not. Earth big.
Earth big.
You small.
Yes. But everything attracts each other. It's just these things here are a lot smaller than everything. They don't have enough to pull you.
That's moon also big. Not as big as Earth.
Yeah.
Way bigger than you.
Yes.
Some gravity. That's why like some asteroids have some gravity because they're fucking massive.
They all have it, just a matter of how much.
Yeah. So,
but what we need to do is take some of these people and somehow get them to a bigger planet that has a heavier gravity.
Yeah.
And then they'll be able to figure it out.
Well, and so like there's like movements like that. This whole thing, like I opened up like 8 different websites to read about.
It does sound like a movement.
And then
maybe about.
I read like two different websites. I'm like, I can't do this, and just closed them all.
Yeah, I heard something about it, and I wanted to look into it, and then I was like, I feel like I'm going to be dumber if I go in this rabbit hole too deep.
Because like, and it's wild because they're like, well, like you can't measure it, and it's like the arguments that they would have with people is like, grab something real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was looking for something people to
So
drop.
so they're like, okay, like you see this,
Yeah.
like measure the gravity. You can't measure that.
Well, I
Like
can't.
it's the same.
I don't have equipment, but if you take two of those things, you take that and something else, and you put them in a vacuum and you drop them with no air resistance, they're gonna fall at the same rate because gravity pulls on everything at the same rate.
Yeah, but they like this. The argument that was on this website was like, you can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, you can't measure it, you can't this, like a bunch of different stuff. And I'm like, so what I'm getting from this is, if you're an anti-graviter, I don't
I don't.
I don't know what they would be called, because anti-gravity just is too dope of a word to associate with them. So if you're a non-graver,
Yeah.
I like that one. If you're a non-graver, you have to be an atheist. Because you can't see God, you can't smell God, you can't taste God. You don't like you can't measure God.
I was gonna
can't-
go with Hank Hill and be like, if you can't taste it, see it, feel it, then propane can't be a thing either because we have to put the thing in there to make it smell.
Yeah.
Propane doesn't smell, so it can't be real. Propane's fake, everybody.
Yep. So are propane accessories.
Oh, no.
Hank's gonna be upset when you tell him.
He's going to be pissed.
But yeah,
That's probably why the show's not coming back.
so that's a real thing. They are among us.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's I still can't.
There's so many things out there that we can't see, touch, feel, or taste, but they're there.
Yeah, like hope.
Yeah.
That line from The Rescuers.
But the vacuum of space, you can't hear anything out there. Does it exist?
Space or hearing?
Either.
I mean, depends on how you define space. That's what a lot of stuff boils down to, is what do you define it as? Like it's
Well,
I don't understand.
let's fly some of our fake pigeons into space and see how they go. See if they can fly without all the air.
Well, if they're flat earthers too, depending on what type of flat earth. There's like the firmament believers that like the dome shield.
Yeah.
That we can't actually get to space. And
Wow.
I've also seen, I just seen this one today, probably because I talk so much about just random theories and
Yeah.
everything and how ridiculous a lot it is. There's actually tunnels to get to inner Earth at the poles. And that's why, like the Antarctica, like,
Journey to the center of the earth.
yeah, that you can't like go to wherever, because like a couple of them are like several, like either like a mile across or something like this, just massive fucking hole.
Yeah.
In the Arctic. And like there's like one of the biggest pyramids on Earth under the ice, like a little bit showing that's just about the size of like the Egyptian ones.
Mm-hmm.
But LiDAR like scans and everything of they're massive. And according to this video that I saw, every world leader was there. Like they went to the
That's where
AVP hole.
That's where, yeah, I was going to say that's where the aliens fight predators.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows about that.
Yeah. So that's no, I love reading into all that. It's so much fucking fun. It's just a wild amount of like they're still finding more out about the Amazon rainforest.
Oh, so much.
Of like
I just saw something cool about that. Like there was one explorer, I can't remember which one it was. He was going through there and he's explaining all these cities and these stuff that he saw. And then other people went after him. They're like, bullshit. There's none of that here. There's no cities. There's no people. There's no. But what had happened is these cities that were there, they had overgrowth. Like all the people were gone, so nobody was taking care of anything.
Exactly.
And everything got just swallowed up by the forest.
So what they have been doing over there is the LiDAR scans also, because you can like do ground penetration radar, whatever. And
they should be sponsored by Pornhub. Because they're doing penetration. Sorry, couldn't help.
I got it. But they basically like found all these different like structures and everything that was probably up to like around 100,000 population, like per area kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And from what they can see of the layout of all of the structures, the Amazon River is probably man-made, man-directed.
Wow.
And all the trees in the rainforest that are like now just rampant growth kind of thing were probably started, like obviously there was some that existed, whatever, but like because they were harvest gatherer society, they started planting trees and it got out of hand, and then when just poof, everything's gone.
Yeah.
Overgrowth, there's the Amazon rainforest, also man-made.
See, one of the explorer that went through and went all through all these towns and all these cities that were looking great, and he was impressed by them. One of the theories is that him and his explorers, when they went through, went ahead and brought smallpox with them and wiped out the population.
I don't. They
Or
would,
it might not have been smallpox, might have been something else, but
they would have found bodies. There was like everybody that's gone through and all the scans.
yeah.
There's no bodies. There's no remains.
In this video I saw, like as I was saying that, I was thinking, what shouldn't there be at least something?
Yeah, there should be at least
A skeleton,
maybe
a rib bone.
maybe not a big one, but a small pock.
Yeah, it's just a little pock. Not two.
Yeah, no, that would be smallpox.
That'd be Tupac.
Also dead.
Yes.
Maybe. It depends on how many.
I don't know. I
theories you
saw a
get into.
guy in Vegas, not far from the MGM.
Careful.
He looked just like him. He was standing out there singing, and people were throwing money into a hat. He looked just like him.
That's great.
Actually, he was lip syncing. So I'm pretty sure it wasn't him. But I couldn't wait. He looked. I walked by and I did a double take. I'm like, that's fucking Tupac.
Standing right where he got shot. Wasn't Tupac shot in Vegas?
He was shot in Vegas, but he was at Flamingo and Cobalt.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's that gas station on the corner with the porta subs in it. It's right near there is where he got shot.
That's not a great area to stand to make money while you're singing
No.
at all.
No. But he did leave the AMGM that night after the Tyson fight when he got shot.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. There's a funny story I heard in the Sacramento area, because the Kings and the Lakers, had a bit of a rivalry at the time, and Shaq was still playing with the Lakers, and they made a lot of jokes about this because there was a lot of noises and people. They said it was champagne bottles, which I actually kind of believe, because if you look at where Flamingo and Cobalt are, and you look where MGM is, you're not going to hear the gunshots that happened down there. Because, you're in a casino that just had fight night, and you've got all these people walking around, people playing machines, you got slot
Yeah,
machines.
if you're inside.
That's what I'm saying, inside the casino.
Yeah. I don't,
So, but people panicked, and shit got knocked over, and apparently one of the tables got knocked over. I don't know which type of table, it might have been craps, but some chips flew everywhere. And there was actual footage, video footage of Shaquille O'Neal, hands and knees, picking up black chips. Yeah. And I heard about it from a radio station in Sacramento. And they're like, we got you on video. We're going to need you to go ahead and return those.
he's like, yeah, I was just making sure nobody else took them.
Yeah, and this guy at the time had gotten like a $101 million contract, and he's over there picking up $100 chips.
Well, you see a briefcase or a brown paper bag full of just stacks of hundreds,
Oh, I'm taking it.
whether you're a millionaire or not,
Yeah.
a billionaire or not.
But,
Yeah, see?
I might have to tip somebody, grab that bag.
Yeah.
It's just funny to see, because he can't really be incognito. He's 7 foot, 300 pounds. Yeah, I hear it too.
How long is that Mustang going to be fucking driving down the road?
You'd think with that noise he's making, he'd be faster.
Exactly. That fucking stayed the microphone for a long time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
See, that's what I've said to you before. My old cars, when they would get louder, I'd be going faster. I hear these cars, they just get louder.
Mine too.
And they just go, they're still right beside me.
You can still hear them.
I can still hear you.
Yeah. Well, like Josh's car, he can leave the house.
Yeah.
And I'll still hear him when he hits the red light at Bearing. And then a little bit like the swerve around. Like I can hear him almost, I would say almost to Prater.
Damn.
I can hear his car.
I could still hear that.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I was talking to somebody one day. We were talking about the Tesla Model S
Yeah.
and the 0 to 60. Or no, we were talking about the the Roadster, the Roadster 2, and I was like, they're like, yeah, but I don't like because it's so quiet. I'm like, that's fine. You can have a loud car that I'll be at 0 to 60 1.9 seconds, and you can.
You can also get a fucking speaker for them now.
But I'm saying you can have all the loud noises, and I'll be way down the street not hearing you, because I'm already at 60 in 1.9 seconds.
Yeah.
But my rockets might make noise.
You don't have rockets.
But the Roadster will. I should have rockets.
But yeah, like the Dodge EV muscle car.
Yeah.
Has, like, its exhaust is a massive sound system.
Well, like you and I have talked, it should be a pod racer sound.
Yeah,
that should be a thing. Or the Jetsons.
Yeah, like sometimes I don't remember what it like if it's a slow speed or if it's like a Tesla in reverse. There's one of them that sounds very Jetson-y.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I think I've heard that too.
I don't know if they could do that on purpose. Like, because it's the sound of like whatever moving, I believe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they purposefully made it.
If they did, well done.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, instead of beep, 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 beep as it goes back,
Oh,
you know,
man.
when trucks do that shit.
Yeah.
I've seen pickup trucks and minivans do that.
Well, so that's one of the big things with like EVs and hybrids and whatever is like people that are disabled, like either blind, like deaf-ish, like just whatever, of you can't hear something fucking coming and you get hit by this fucking car. So there's been several times that they try to introduce bills to add noise to electric vehicles so that they're not silent. Because it's like if you're walking down the street and like eyes closed, you're blind, migraine, you just have whatever. You can't see anything. And you hear a coming. That sounded great. And you hear that coming. You're, oh, maybe I should get out of the fucking road or not be in the road.
I don't know if you've noticed though, but a lot of times, the typical cars on the road, you don't really hear them until they're right on top of you anyway. Well, I mean, like some cars are loud, but a lot of cars, like my car, it doesn't make a lot of noise.
Yeah, it is fairly quiet.
So I mean,
but it's still something compared with nothing.
But I mean, where was this concern when the Prius came out? The Prius is fucking quiet.
I don't know. I don't have that answer.
I don't like the Prius, by the way.
No.
They don't need to sponsor us.
They don't look great. No,
they don't look great. And have you ever ridden in one?
Maybe once or twice.
I did an Uber. I got one.
I think that's what it might have been.
And the shifter was in the dash. It looked like a little toy. You literally put your fingers on it like this to go.
Huh.
I'm in drive now.
Maybe I haven't been in one because I think I would remember that.
It's seriously, it looked like I had a toy when I was growing up that had a drag car with Snoopy on it. And you'd go through the gears. You'd go first, second, third. And then when you went to fourth, it would disengage and it would shoot the thing forward. That shifter looked like less of a toy than this one in the car did.
Was it Woodstock's head?
No, it looked like a shifter. But Woodstock was in the car with Snoopy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which, this brings me back to Joe Dirt. In Joe Dirt, there's a part where he races Bob or Kid Rock. And Kid Rock has got his Camaro and he's got his Hemi.
Yeah.
Well, but the Hemi has 4 people in it. All of them weighing over 100 pounds. That is going to slow down your quarter-mile time.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also, there's a lot more, like...
But that Camaro probably had a straight 6.
I'm going to say, what engine did the Camaro have? Like, what else? Like,
but me, I don't want to get into a drag race with 4 or 5 extra passengers in my car.
Yeah.
I would prefer to just, be myself in there.
Yeah. Like, then does the Hemi have anything upgraded? Does this? Does that? Does Kid Rock not know how to launch? Does he not know how to drive, shift? Like, there's so much stuff.
But, like, there's a reason why, like, NASCAR and funny car drivers, they don't bring their family on race day. They don't bring them in the car with them.
Yeah. And why there's minimal everything in the car.
Yes.
Yeah. There is reasons for that.
Yeah. There's one seat in a drag car. In a funny car. You're in the middle.
I want to go. I want to go get some kind of car again so I can go to the drag strip.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I just saw something for a sign up for a car show recently, and I didn't see the one. He went to some charity. I don't know.
Up here?
It was at A&W.
Oh yeah, they do a weekly car show on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Yeah, a bunch of like old timers. Like, I think it's normally the same like 7 people, 8 people,
Yeah.
and then there's a handful of like random people that you see. But like a bunch of old guys that just like bring lawn chairs, like set their cars up and just pop the chair out, and
They do something like
have
that
a good
over near Save Mart. Save on whatever the fuck grocery store.
Sack and save.
It's over on 4th and Keystone, but they do it around that parking lot. The 1 year they did it. It was right near the Trump headquarters. They had a whole thing there, and there was a lot of Trump support in the parking lot there, and a lot of nice cars.
Nice.
Well, I mean, except for to me, who I had to get someplace and wanted to get through the parking lot today.
Well, don't look at cars, just drive through.
Yeah. Yeah, then you hear somebody yelling, "You ran over my kid!" You shouldn't have been in the way.
What? Oh, if you would
Allegedly.
through.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I was like, who the fuck ran over a kid? Like, no wonder there was traffic in the parking lot, Mike. Go around.
Well, there was people just wandering around.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll never forget. You know, in Vegas, well, technically Henderson, they have that. It's on Sunset. They got that buffet. It's only open. It's like an Asian buffet. It's only open from like 11:30 in the afternoon, 11:30 in the morning until 2:30 in the afternoon. It's the only hours they're open. And they get these big charter buses going in the parking lot.
It's where?
It's on Sunset over by Sunset and Green Valley.
That sounds kind of familiar.
These buses just show up, just charter buses, and all of these Asians, Chinese, everything, you name it. They're all getting off these shuttles. They go in there, they eat.
I don't know if you know this. Chinese people are Asian.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was using them as an example.
Oh, okay.
And
just checking.
I was driving through the parking lot because I had to be someplace in that parking lot. And they're all wandering around. And I'm like, what are they doing? Their buses are over there. They're wandering. And at one point, I'm stopped. I'm waiting so they can take a fucking selfie. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Maybe you should have offered to take the picture for him and have gotten him gone faster.
No.
Okay.
I had to take their phone.
Well, I mean,
They probably had a Chinese one.
if they were Chinese, I would imagine they did.
Well, they have a fold phone that's Chinese that it's a bit different than mine.
Is it a Huawei?
I don't even know what it's called.
I can't. That whole thing. Did you hear about that?
No.
The Huawei's got banned here.
No.
Like, because you used to be able to get like whatever phone you wanted if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. Like Huawei's. It was right around the same time I think as like TikTok, whatever.
Yeah.
And Huawei had something enabled on the phone that like you couldn't disable, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. That they banned. You can't activate a Huawei in the States anymore.
Wow.
Or so, if I remember correctly. If not, I'm definitely fucking wrong. But I'm pretty sure I remember that.
Yeah. I'm confident you probably remember it, right?
So, yeah.
But I wouldn't want to get one of the phones because it's not really compatible with our networks. You know, I can't exactly go, yeah, I got this phone from China. Can I use it on my Verizon?
Well, I mean, with SIM cards now, it's not as strict as it used to be.
Some of the phones you get in other countries, they have dual SIM cards.
Yeah. A lot of the phones you get here now have dual SIM cards.
For a while there, you couldn't get them at all.
Yeah. No,
Mine's only got one.
Well, and it used to be, and I'm happy that like Verizon and them finally started fucking doing SIM cards, because it used to be like Verizon was CDMA, which is just whatever firmware shit they use for their towers. But so say you have a Verizon phone that's CDMA. Okay, and you have all your numbers, you have all your data in the phone. Okay, I broke the phone, or I need a new phone, or I want to upgrade, whatever. So you buy a new phone that's CDMA, and you have to program, like, copy fucking everything by yourself before there was, like, cables or whatever to fucking transfer it. Meanwhile, these assholes over here at AT&T and Singular, I'm going to put the SIM card in this new phone, and there's all my shit. Like, why is it just now a fucking thing? Why did it take them so long to figure that out?
Since I've been with Verizon, they've had it.
Because that for a long time, it was not like that.
But yeah, it used to be that there were even different companies that have different SIM cards. So you can have one phone you really like and want to take it to another company, and it's not compatible.
Yeah, but there was this guy I knew in Vegas that he was a techie guy and would constantly get new phones, and like he would change like a phone a week.
Mm-hmm.
Like, try this one out and just SIM card. Like, you don't even have to tell them you're doing it.
Yeah.
Because
I know.
this is what controlled it. And I'm like, that's because he had AT&T. I'm like, that was dope, but they had like garbage options for a lot of stuff at the time. And then it was just like a fight back and forth of Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, and everybody fucking, yeah.
I've had them all, and Verizon seems to work the best for me. So I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah, now Verizon was going downhill, so I ended up switching to Sprint. And then Verizon like improved all their towers and sold their old shit to Sprint. And then Sprint was supposed to join with T-Mobile. That got denied originally.
Yeah.
And then this, and then like I went back to like it just nonstop. Like I started picking the fucking losers in the cell phone world.
Well, there was one time I was on Sprint, and I remember looking down at my phone and seeing a message come across the screen saying, "Service is wonky right now." Those were the words.
I can believe it.
Service is wonky. I'm like, that's not acceptable. I want service. I don't want wonky. Say, sorry, service is slow, wonky.
Yeah.
Sorry for being so technical.
Yeah.
To all those listeners.
We're not sure exactly what's going on, but it's something I don't know. So
it's something that's going to make the thing you want to do not work.
Yeah.
So we're going to call it wonky.
Wonky.
Willy wonky.
Ew.
I know you haven't watched it in a long time, but there is an episode of American Dad you got to watch where instead of looking for the golden wrapper in the candy bar, they're looking for the golden blunt wrap. And Jeff and Stan go on a tour of a weed place instead of a candy factory.
Yeah.
And Snoop Dogg does the guy who owns it. He does the Willy Wonka part.
I figured that might be it. It seems vaguely familiar, but I don't know if I've seen it.
Well, if you haven't seen it, you got to see it.
All right.
He's got his version of Oompa Loompas too.
I finally started watching Stranger Things.
I've never watched it.
It's fucking good.
Yeah.
I've been watching Last of Us because I finished.
I started to watch that one day, but then I couldn't keep going. I had to do something else.
It's good.
It looks good.
Episode 3 was fucking weird.
All right.
Weird. But 1, 2, and 4 are fucking great.
I started watching Bizarre Adventures of JoJo yesterday.
I don't know what you just said.
It's an anime show.
Is that Mojo Jojo's son?
No, it's JoJo, and it's his Bizarre Adventures.
Oh, it's Mojo's brother. Shoujo? Mojo's brother.
JoJo. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Somebody at work's been telling me I should watch it for a long time. And I mentioned to him that I started watching something else recently. Like, oh, you watched that, but you haven't been watching JoJo?
Like, yeah, I chose to watch something great.
I'm like, yeah, because the other person who told me about the other show keeps reminding me about it. I'm like, send me the name of the show, and maybe I'll remember to watch it.
Yeah.
But I actually remembered on my own.
Nice. I started watching Tokyo Ghoul. Really
It's good.
And forgot that I was watching it. And I haven't logged back into Hulu yet. So
it is good.
I don't know. I'll probably after Stranger Things, and I'm sure I'll find 18 other things to watch.
Well, when you do want to get back to it, just let me know, and I'll let you use my Funimation for a little while. Then you can listen to. I mean, you can watch all the episodes without commercials.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because that's what I watch it on.
They're just over an hour, so we can wrap up our hopefully first video podcast.
Let me say one thing before we sign off. I do have sitting in my mailbox, hopefully, a new Tokyo Ghoul T-shirt
Oh, nice.
and a bunch of stickers.
I think I'm gonna do like I have a bunch of T-shirts that are just like clever, like that's fucking great.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start wearing them like one every week, as long as this actually fucking works,
Yeah.
and we didn't just record this and then it's just poof gone and we have to.
I have a clever shirt.
Yeah, it says just put a thumb in it. Mine is
I saw that one on Amazon recently.
this Harrison Ford for fun times.
That's Indiana Jones, and that's Han Solo.
Proud of you.
That's for all you out there who need to watch some fucking movies if you don't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. So this should be up on YouTube. YouTube.com/ quit scraping the chair against the wall. Tearing out the fucking cheap ass staples. Just throw it down. I'll fix it later. Thanks, Mike. YouTube.com/ @some offense intended, or just search some offense intended on YouTube. What else is there? Facebook and Instagram @some offense intended. Twitter, some offense pod. And hopefully, like I said, we're recording this to riverside.fm, so hopefully it actually does what it's supposed to do, and we didn't just lose all of this fucking talking, because I'm going to be a little upset.
Yeah.
So see you next week. Goodbye.